just give your best to whatever you can. Then again, don't let your environment limit what you can achieve. You know, some people like, we are in Nigeria, oh, there's nothing we can do, things are not working. And because things are not working, then you must not work. No, I disagree. Things are not working. But out of the things that are not working, you can still conjure some things that will still work out well. You know, the Yoruba used to say, inú ìkòkò dúdú láti mú ẹ̀kọ funfun jáde.
Welcome back, the Voyage family. Today I have an outstanding scholar in the house, and he is willing to share his PhD experience and also his academic journey. So I would love you to introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm happy to be here. So my name is Dr. Abimbola Adekombi. So I'm a senior lecturer in microbiology here. I'm into environmental microbiology, molecular biology, and biotechnology. And majorly what you do is that what you give to the environment gives back to you. So we always try to work on the sustenance of the environment, especially as it has to do with the microbiological aspect of the environment. So we are into the microbiology of what transpires in the environment.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. So how was your PhD journey and your academic journey?
Yeah, PhD journey, academic journey. Well, maybe the two are closely linked together. But let me say, okay, my academic journey. Well, as opposed to popular belief, I didn't graduate from UI. I graduated from the Lado Dadua University of Technology in Ogbomoso. So for my Bachelor of Technology in Microbiology. And that was where my future career focus was actually back. Because it was from there I really loved interest in microbiology, and sincerely yours, I told myself, I don't see myself anywhere close to being a medical student. Because I think microbiology to me is the best I can ever be, a microbiologist. So that was where my career line was. But then from there I came to the University of Ibadan for my MSc. And when I was coming for my MSc, everybody was industrial, food. And a close mentor of mine told me, don't go for industrial, don't go for food, go for environmental. And I was like, why? He said it's a new field. He said it's a new field, and it's a field that is still emerging. That for you to make a name for yourself early enough, number one, then for you to really contribute to the environment and the sustainability of the environment, then go for environmental microbiology. And eventually I went for environmental microbiology, and he said it was fun all the way. So after that, well, of course, there was the need to go for MSF for a PhD, no doubt about that. Because from my undergraduate days, I saw myself being a lecturer. I want to be a lecturer, I want to be a researcher. Even though some of my colleagues are like, well, I want to work in the bank. No, me, I don't have any business in the bank. I want to contribute to the teaching and research effort of the country as a whole. So I opted to go for my PhD. So starting my PhD, I must confess it wasn't really a very smooth experience to start with. Why? My two parents were retired at the time. So I told myself I didn't want to put any burden on them as it regards finances. So I had to fend for myself. Do some many things to make ends meet. Then all throughout the program.
Like what exactly?
Well, I had to go into some buying and selling at the time. Then I had to do analysis for so many students from other departments, run analysis for them, microbiological analysis, and get paid for it. And through that, I was able to sustain myself.
That's your lowest point. That's the most challenging part of your PhD, or do you have something that is more challenging and you overcame?
Well, I would say it was the most challenging because I see it as, to me, as a sacrifice for excellence, a sacrifice for the future. So it was never the lowest point for me. Well, maybe along the line I'll tell you the lowest point of the program, of the PhD program. But that was never the lowest point because sincerely I was happy doing it, and I was happy having it at the back of my mind that I'm doing this thing to achieve something. So it's all fulfilling for me. So that was it in a jiffy.
So what exactly was your lowest point in your PhD program, and how did you overcome it?
My lowest point. I was in a relationship and I lost the relationship.
Oh my God! Was it because of your PhD?
Well, not really, but it could be a part because ladies of today, they want 100% attention. And as a researcher, that's why I told myself, before I'm not in a relationship at the moment, but I told myself that before I could go into any relationship, it has to be somebody who understands my schedule very well. You must understand my schedule. You must understand the fact that I'm a researcher. Then you must try to see things the way I see it too. Of course, I will definitely give out the time, but it might not be to the extent you want it to be. When I'm a pure research bred. I've been changed. I love research. I love everything about research, and I would love somebody who will also give me a support in that line. So my lowest point, I love the relationship, even though partially the program might be a factor or not entirely the factor, but along the line we move on.
So how did you get through it? Maybe somebody is there watching us and just lost a relationship too. What were the steps you did? What were the things you did that made you go through as in for you to overcome such a situation?
Well, let me say this. All throughout my life, I've always taken things 50-50.
Okay.
That's my main principle going up. Take things 50-50, it could work, and at the same time, it might not work. Okay. So if it doesn't work, then at least just 50% chance that it's not working, 50% that it's working. Then what I do is that I just concentrate my energy on something that I really love. To just distract me away from the trauma, the agony of the lost relationship. Then I just focus on my PhD research. I was in need 100%. So that at the end of the day, there was never a time for me to even think about, is somebody not there again? No, I was just into it. And before I knew what was happening, after some months, I was over it. So, and I was fine again.
That was a coping mechanism.
Yes, of course. Then, as a sport person, anytime I have a very low period or a low time, you see me, I concentrate on sports too. So, research and sport are actually the two most important things in my life after serving God. Then, research, sport, no, they give me the highest level of fulfillment after God himself.
Thank you very much, sir. So, looking back, what would you have loved to change about your journey, either your academic journey or your career journey? What would you have loved to change if you could turn back the hands of time?
Well, I would have said no, that nothing to change, that everything seems okay. But when I look at the situation in the country at the moment, then I probably look back and feel like, well, maybe I should have decided to leave the country when my colleagues were leaving.
Wow.
When there was a time my colleagues were like, well, we are going to South Africa, we are going to this place, and I don't know, we are not going anywhere. We have to contribute to the development of Nigeria. But along the line, the Nigeria you actually came in for didn't end up working well. And my colleagues are out there doing wonderfully well. I'm achieving my potentials fine, but I could have achieved more and be better and probably more recognized if I had also taken the bold step of leaving the country at the time too. But apart from that, I would have said nothing to change. I think, well, I used to tell my students something. When we were young, there was this Pepsi advert, and they said, "As my decisions, my choice, I stand by it." And I use it to actually train my students that your decision at a particular point in time is your choice. Then you are expected to stand by it. So it makes me to feel like I don't need to regret over any action I have taken or I'm about to take. Why? Well, at that point in time, that was the best thing I could have arrived at. Then maybe if I now get into the future, and I'm like, I should have done it well, it's because I'm now better than the way I was then. But at that time, the decision I took was the best. So I don't regret my past.
Wow.
I've taken it at that time, and that was the best I could have done at the time. So I don't regret anything I've done wrong or anything. I'm only knowing that they are wrong now because I'm a bit more mature than them. But at that time, they were never wrong.
Thank you very much, sir. So, during your PhD program, what was the relationship with your supervisor, and how is the relationship with your own PhD students now? Compare the two, sir.
Okay. You know with my supervisor? It's like a father to son.
Okay.
My brother is a professor Obashola Ezekiel Fagade, Oyi Fagade. They call him KBSc. You understand? He's wearing my master's and he's wearing my PhD. Let me start with something. During my master's program, I was in charge of Professor Fagade's lab. Wow. You understand? And that time, Professor Fagade was giving me a monthly stipend. So at that time, I never had any reason to go and disturb my parents for money.
Wow.
Yes, I had money. I had money, was giving me stipend, and I was enjoying it. You know, of course, it was also exposing me to so many things. You'll be going somewhere and be like, okay, but we are going to this place tomorrow to do some analysis. You follow me. So I used to follow him up and down for so many environmental impact assessment and everything. And at a point in time, he got to a point and that he said, Bimbo, all those places we used to go, you be going to those places now. So I started going to those places, and sincerely, it was not like they trained me to hand over some things to me. That was what actually happened. And sincerely, those things are actually helping me. Not only helping me, they have really launched me into so many things today that I'm very grateful to that man. Well, for what he did. So the relationship very cordial, very very cordial. And one thing President gives you the opportunity to do is to express your mind. Even though you are not happy with something, you tell him. You are so bold to go and tell you that, okay, this is easy, and I don't think I'm okay with it. And you be like, okay, if he has a situation, we explain to you. And one thing about it is that even though they say the Agbalagba will not publicly apologize if this thing, but there is a way where we say, Bimbo, here come. I did eating today. I said no. We are going to buy food for me at SUP. So you have me to buy 2 portions, and I'll bring it to the lab, to the office rather. Then you just take the other one. The other one is for me. And in a way, to me, instead of saying what happened the other time, let's forget about it and move on. So it's just so interesting dealing with him. So interesting. And when he is not he's not at peace with you, probably he's a little bit at the crossroad with you. You don't need to ask him. You know, from the way he talk, from the way he carries his face, his countenance, you know that I have offended Oga, and definitely give me the opportunity to be like, Oga, I don't know what I've done, but I'm sorry. And then and that's all. So it was a very smooth journey for me.
Masters, PhD student.
My own PhD student. It's coming at the time when I just released one of my PhD students. With students generally, not even PhD alone. With students generally, I'm a very simple, humble. I'm very close to my students. My students, I used to tell them they are my paddy. I used to call them paddy. They are free to come to my office. They sit on my chair. So there's no big deal about it. They sit on my chair, I sit in front of them. It doesn't change anything. The one thing about it is that I also got that kind of treatment growing up. From Professor Gade, I got it. Then from Professor Ayondele in Lautech, I need to call him antibiotic tomorrow. It's antibiotic. I've never called him a professor. It's antibiotic. You know, they treated me to see things from another angle.
Another perspective.
You know, antibiotic will bring food to school, and I'll be like, antibiotic, what did you bring? And I'll be like, okay, me I want to eat yam, and be okay. Oh yeah, legend about Michelle Temiku. No, that's the way I was trained. So if I should deviate from that, then it's a serious deviation from the norm. So my students are close with me. We relate together. In fact, at time we go out to the tennis court to go and play game together. We are very good. We are very cool with ourselves. In fact, when you see us, you won't even know who is the supervisor from the supervisor. So we are just close together, and in a way, it helps our research output.
Wow, thank you very much, Dr. Bimbola.
Thank you.
Please, what were the life lessons you learned during your PhD program, and how did you apply the life lessons in your academic journey?
Life lessons, a lot of lessons to learn. Number one, be the best you can be. That's number one. When I did my PhD, it was, what do you want to work on? This thing is not looking feasible and everything. And I just insisted, well, this was what I wanted. And I went about it, and it eventually came out to be a success. Apart from that, it even won a TED grant. This research that at the beginning it was a serious, a Herculean task. It was something, and it has made me to have several interactions with so many scientists outside of here. So just give your best to whatever you can. That is, out of nothing came out something. And if we add that one at the back of our mind, I'm telling you, even when things are not working well, we still make things to work well for ourselves.
But sir, as a researcher, it is important for us to have power supply.
Yeah.
So how do you cope with the epileptic power supply and your bacteria? Bacteria are your friends. So how do you cope with your bacteria and every other thing? How do you
In fact, the question is very, very funny, because I had instances I took my bacteria to my house.
Okay.
I emptied my fridge, put all my bacteria there, then I make sure that every blessed day the generator must be on for 8 hours.
Wow.
Just to keep my isolate in good condition. So what I said initially, things might not work, but I will make sure they work. I have so many collaboration within the university system that, okay, you people have inverter. Oh yeah, let me bring my isolate to your place. Let me keep this one there. So I try to spend my tentacles to make sure that things work out fine. But in the environment today, at least we are good for it now. We have inverters at least that can power to a reasonable level. And to some extent, the university management is trying for us, at least to a reasonable extent. If there is no collapse of the national grid or a natural disaster like rainfall bringing down some of our electric poles. I think the electric supply is still not too bad enough for us not to do something very, very tangible. So kudos to the university management and the department for a good job well done.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, you have told us about your lowest points during your PhD program. And we'd love to know what was your highest points. I would like to know this is really the highest point.
My highest point, well, during my program, my highest point, I won't say the day I defended, actually, because the day I even defended, it was not like any other day to me. And I just asked myself, is that all? That was when I asked, is that all? No, maybe my highest point is when my first paper for my PhD came out. Yeah, I published a paper, and see, today is one of the leading papers in bioremediation of printing press wastewater. You hardly see people work with printing press wastewater. We work on it, and it came out fine. So it was a good one. So I can write a paper that will be accepted by Taylor and Francis. That was the first Taylor and Francis paper. So Taylor and Francis, and I was like, oh, me, Taylor and Francis, and sincerely, that was the major turning point. It was after that I started having papers in Elsevier, Springer, and so many other journals, and I feel like, wow, that was like a good eye opener and a good confidence booster for me. Wow. So that's my highest point.
Okay, so what we love to tell the younger ones, the people are looking up to you, like they want you to be their mentor, and they want to commence their master's or PhD program. What advice do you have for them?
Be yourself.
What if they are lazy? They should just be being lazy.
Be yourself. The truth of the matter is, I used to say something. I was talking with my master student last week. I told him that I don't compete with people. I don't compete, but that my best is more than the best of some people, of so many people. That even if I give my best, it will be as if this guy is like this. So I always do my best. I'm always at my best. I'm always myself. I don't have to be like, somebody has done this, I need to do it. No. In fact, somebody was telling me, Bimbo, your car is almost about 8 years now. You need to get another car. I said, another car for what? No, that car is having me. So I don't do this because my colleagues are this. No, I have other things. I have my mind on. So I don't do this because of other people are doing this. So be yourself. Be yourself. Be the best you can be.
Be the best you can
be. Be the best you can be. You are yourself. Be the best you can be. You know, at times we look back and be like, I should have done this thing better. But at times you look at it, I gave it my all. So if you are not doing things better, then that means there is always a way for improvement, and an need for you to improve. So be the best you can be, and as much as possible, you are not an island of knowledge. So seek more knowledge. And reduce ego.
Wow, I like that. Be the best you can be. Seek more knowledge and reduce your ego. Wow, that's this for me. Thank you very much, Dr. Bimbo. We are very glad to have you on this channel.
Thank you very much.
And the last question, what is the hidden talents that you think that your students are not aware of, and they'll be surprised to know that, oh, Dr. Bimbo does this?
Yeah, maybe I've exposed it to one of them before. I told the lady who happens to be the president of the Department of Administration here, Titi Olaojo, I said, Titi, do you know I write? I think I write. Really? I write.
What kind of?
When I was younger, I used to write storybooks. I write storybooks, I want to write novels and everything. But since I became so much active in research, I stopped writing. But I can write. I write very well too. No. So, but I don't let down. The children will be doing that.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bimbo. It was really fun having you on this channel.
It's my pleasure.
And our family, if you want this wonderful and outstanding scholar to be your mentor, just chat us up and we'll link you to him. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye. See you on the next episode.
Bye.